yards through the air, 20 more on the ground, 2 touchdowns also through the air. Number 12, Jake Retzlaff. Questions?
Jake, you had a tremendous game today. As Jason just said, over 350 yards passing. But despite that, you guys weren't able to see maybe the success that you wanted in the first down or third down conversions. Just give explanation as to maybe what happened on some of those third downs.
I mean, they're all in the red zone. So, we're driving the ball down the field. Third downs, the rest of the field seemed fine. It was just in the red zone. I think that, you saw the way we moved the ball and, the 75-yard, not even that, like the 90 yards, the rest of the 90 yards of the field. And so, we just shot ourselves in the foot. It was just all us. Like you see the evidence of the way we move the ball. And so the fact that we're not scoring, that it just shows it's just us. We got to be better in the red zone, just period. We got to have a higher touchdown percentage. It's awesome to have a guy like Dirk to bail us out and get points. But, I want that guy to be sitting with his feet up on the sideline as much as possible because we're scoring touchdowns, and he just has to kick little pooch PATs. That's how I feel about that. But we just got to execute better. It's all us. It's all us.
And also, once you guys went down after they scored, you guys were able to answer really quick. Do you feel like maybe that third quarter explosion by ECU kind of just woke you up?
Like I said, we moved the ball the whole game, so there wasn't much to wake up. It was just about scoring in the red zone. Obviously, it was a slow start to the second half of the third quarter with the first punt of the game was in the third quarter, but we'd been awake. It was just about scoring in the red zone. And so the offense moved the ball down the field. We had a lot of how many total yards did we have? We almost had 500 yards of
over
offense.
500.
Over 500. So we had over 500 yards of offense. We were woken up all dang day. It's just about scoring in the red zone. So it was awesome to see, CJ score that touchdown on that big play, man. We've been missing that. And just truthfully, this is the culmination of a lot of hard work by the receivers, whether it's receivers, running backs, tight ends, and me getting on the same page. This is the culmination of this game, to have a game that goes for almost 350. We've been putting in a lot of work to put everything together. I think from day one we were a beat off on everything, and that's could be due to a lot of reasons. That could be due to our first game. I only knew the guys for a little over a month, and but the way we threw the ball this week of practice, Coach Hall kept telling us, man, we look like we can rip the ball. We're throwing it and catching it better than we have all year, and it showed up, man. We just practiced hard all week and put in all that work, and so to see it come to fruition is just it's awesome. It's something to be proud of when you see the hard work pay off.
Actually, you stole my question. It just seemed like everything clicked for you guys today. Every pass was right where it needed to be. Not every, but almost every pass right where it needed to be. You guys were making catches that they didn't seem to make, like a couple of weeks ago.
Sure.
This is an offense that's clicking at just the right time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, conference play is the time to be clicking, and that's what we're doing. And, we look good, but we got to score in the red zone. And that's the part that we're going to be probably doing a lot more red zone in our extra day off that we get. It's kind of having a Thursday game the week of prep can be really weird because our Monday was Saturday and our Tuesday was Sunday, and it was all a mess. But now we get these extra 2 days to reflect, watch some ball, and then get after it again and get that extra day and get in the minds of, okay, what are we doing on the red zone now? What are we going to do different from here on out, and why are we going to be successful in the future? And so that's kind of the deal that's my mindset going into tomorrow. I'm excited to watch the tape and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going to be happy about most of it. It's just about getting in the red zone, scoring touchdowns in the red zone. We didn't even score every time we got to the end zone because we fumbled and then we failed the fake. But we shouldn't even need to fake. I like it when the fakes are on the 40-yard line on a long field goal and it gets us the first down so we can go score. The fakes that happen on the 10-yard line are because we failed in the red zone. So we just got to be better in the red zone. I'm excited to kind of get after it and sit down with the coaches and sit down with the receivers and running backs and O-line, all these guys, tight ends too, and just get that dialed in.
First, what went wrong on the fumble near the goal line, and then 3 for 3 on third downs on the decisive drive, to your point about being successful on most of the field? What was the key on those plays?
Yeah, like I said, just not shooting ourselves in the foot, honestly. That's all we got to do. It's just us, man. We are a really good offense. Really good, and we just got to be better in the red zone. Tonight we were horrible in the red zone, and so coming forward, like I said, I'm excited to find the ways that we're going to be great moving forward in the red zone. But yeah, it was awesome. AB making that catch, I was unsure about it, but because the nickel kind of skated out quick, but then when I kind of pulled up, he kind of pulled up, and so I just ripped it on AB. He made a good catch right at the sticks for a first down. Those plays are huge. We obviously made a bunch of third down, or those other 2 third downs on that drive too, and like I just know I trust these guys. CJ made a great catch, and Bo made an awesome catch too. Where, that's not an easy catch. And like you said earlier, like those catches. I haven't been making those throws, and they haven't sometimes making the catches, and most of the time the throws are off and they're harder to catch. And so the fact that we can get those throws in where I'm throwing that at his back shoulder because his man defender's on the outside and the Mike linebacker's sitting on the inside waiting for him to break in and just take his head off. So worst thing I can do is lead him and throw a pick to the backer who's kind of dropping out in that area, which Patrick Mahomes did the other day versus the Jags. But sorry, I could spew ball for a while. But and so he makes a great catch on a ball behind him, and he knows like I'm protecting him with that ball. It's not necessarily a bad throw. Like I wish it was more on his body for sure. I'll go back watch the tape and be nitpicky myself there. But it's just an incredible play. Knowing the heads up, it's third down. I got to make this catch. It's going to be a break. If it's a break in, there could be a guy there. Hopefully Jake sticks on me, and I'm going to make the catch. And he does. Bo showed up today in a lot of awesome ways. I'm excited. Like I said, we put in a lot of hard work to get where we're at in the passing game because there was some frustrations. Especially for me personally, especially because I'm used to a high level of play. But out of myself, and I wasn't seeing that, and to see it click in the conference play is super, super exciting. And I know I'm rambling a little bit, but yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you a bigger picture question of maybe a glass half full for you all with being 5-1, and it doesn't feel like you all have even come close to playing your best football yet as a team.
No doubt. It was a great win, man. The defense had our back all game. To roll right down the field and only get 12 points out of 4 possessions when you seemed unstoppable is insanely frustrating. And even though we're up 12-0 at halftime, the locker room, we're all just like, man, we're frustrated about it and just like agitated by that fact. But it is awesome to be 5-1. Winning football games is very hard, and we did that tonight. So I'm really proud of the team for doing that.
Talking about the offensive clicking, and this is outside the red zone stuff, but can a drive like you had at the end of the game, a 5:38, you guys go down and score, does that build confidence? Does that does that show like, hey, we can get this thing going offensively?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, to that point in the game, we'd already had 400 yards of offense or something like that, right? So we were confident in our abilities. Like I said, it was just about us doing our jobs and not shooting ourselves in the foot. That was just what the big picture of the game offensively was. The only reason we didn't score every touchdown on every drive is because we shot ourselves in the foot when we shouldn't have. And that last drive, we were motivated and we were confident already going into it. Yeah, it definitely affirms, to be able to do it the way we did is super impressive. And that is very crucial for the confidence of this offense where, for me, I'm like, let's just go score. I'm not worried about clock or nothing like that. And then we get to the point where we're under 2 minutes. I see, we get 2 minute timeout, and we have some weird clock things going on. So I got to turn around and look at the smaller clock underneath the bigger clock, which is weird, but hopefully we get that figured out. And also the lights when Durkin's kicking should not be flickering. But it's not. It's the second game of conference. We're all still figuring it out. You know what I mean? Offensively too, and also with the lights. So we got to give everybody some grace. But yeah, I mean, it was an awesome drive. The way we did it was super impressive. The way we scored with no time left. They had to let us score. They tried to let us score right before that, and I mean, it was the point where it's one of the weirdest things in football is where you tell the guy in the huddle, I said, hey, Javen, you're going to get this ball here. Go down at the 1. Do not score. And then coach is telling me before the next play, we called the exact same play, and he's like, this time score. Get him score this time. We killed enough clock. Let's go up 7 and not leave any ifs, ands, or buts about a really short field goal with a weird angle. So Javen's like, Jake, do I score? I'm like, yeah, go score on this one. Let's get more touchdowns is better too. That would have been another drive with a field goal instead of a touchdown. But, yeah, we scored. So that was good. That was, like I said, it was super impressive the way we did it. I knew we could do it, but it was super impressive the way we did it.
So, yeah, in building on that, Jake, you spoke about how this game builds confidence. I just wanted to ask, is there a level of excitement that takes place with games that are nail-biting and tit-for-tat like this?
That's a good question. I mean, for you all, yes. For me, no. It's frustrating. Yeah, it's exciting because we're making big plays, but for me, I feel like we should have scored 50 points tonight. So, in the moment, there's some excitement going on, but, I mean, I played a lot of football at this point, and so, a drive like that's what I live for. But at the same time, when you live for it, you understand it, and you don't need to get all jittery about it. And it's just like, let's just go operate. Let's just go do what we do. And that was the cool thing about that drive is, I'm looking at those guys' eyes, and it's third down. I know I'm going to Bo here. Bo is just solid, man. right here. He's not too high, not too low. He's ready for the moment. CJ on that wheel route. I know we both saw the linebacker was on him, man. CJ's ready for the moment. He makes a great catch. I don't even see the catch because I got hit, but I knew he was going to make it. I was confident I was going to get up from the ground and see CJ first down for the wave. And so, like, that's kind of the way we do it. Is it's you know, it's a little bit assassin-like, where you got to be calm and pull the trigger slowly, not freak out about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is the mustache staying?
Oh, for sure, no doubt about that. It's got to stay. Well, I'm excited to see. I've never grown it out in my life, so like I'm excited to see where this
You
goes.
talked for 15 minutes, and I was just like, I kept staring at the mustache. I'm
Well,
like, we gotta ask.
It's got to be doing something right then, I guess. But all right, appreciate you guys.
Right.
I was gonna ask